In our special report tonight, we focus on Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC. Members of APEC prioritize the preservation of natural resources as it is the biggest part of the Bio-Circular Green, or BCG, economic model. In the APEC meeting of ministers responsible for forestry, Thailand emphasized the importance of preserving and increasing green areas. Kun Sandra Hanutsaha had a chance to speak to Warawut Silapa Asha, the Minister of Natural Resources and Environment, about this effort.
Minister Warawut, สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Now we're here to discuss a very important topic. You chaired the APEC meeting of ministers responsible for forestry, or MMRF. Now that concluded in late August of 2022. Can you tell us what is the significance of this meeting to the APEC member economies and also to the world?
Well, first of all, this is the fifth MMRF meeting since the beginning of it in Beijing. And I think since the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, this is the first time ever since Seoul that all the member economies actually gathered together face to face. Finally, in one big room and talking about all the issues and everything. And I think Thailand, we have been a very good host. APEC has set a very ambitious goal at the beginning to have about 20 million hectares of forest by 2020. And I think thanks to everyone, all the member economies, all 21 of us, I think by now, I think 2007 until 2020, we have exceeded that target. We were aiming about 20 million hectares. Now it's about 27.6 million hectares.
Wow.
So by gathering here in Chiang Mai last month, I think it represents something. It actually proves to the world that APEC, all the economies combined, I think we have more than almost half of the world population. We have more than half of the green areas of the world in the APEC member economies. So by all of us gathering together in Chiang Mai at the end of August, I think it shows the world that we are trying to achieve and try to thrive forward in terms of forestry, in terms of combating the climate change.
And so what did Thailand propose at the meeting?
Well, I think the most important issues is the bio-circular green economy. Of course, the gathering of all 21 economies will have exchanges and views from various members, and we can learn from one another. Some economies will have different atmosphere, will have different surroundings, different climate due to the geographical location. So Thailand, as well as many other economies, can learn from one another, experiences, difficulties, solutions. And I think one of the key issues that we are proposing is the bio-circular green economy. At the moment, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic, we have to move forward and try to somehow integrate the environmental situation into our plan in moving forward. With the global crisis such as the drought, floods, all the countries is experiencing it at the moment. I think the forestry is the only issue that's addressing the climate change directly. The bio-circular green economy that Thailand is implementing at the moment, I think it actually addresses such issues in a holistic effect. And therefore, thanks to all members, everyone agrees with the bio-circular green economy, and that is the key issue and the key message that we are proposing. And also, we are combating against the illegal logging and harvesting of the woodlands, because and at the same time trying to promote the legal of the logging industry, because we are, I think, the APEC member countries, we are the heart of all the wood products, merchandise and tradings and everything in the world. So by promoting the legal of the harvesting and cutting down the trees for improving the economy and the wood industry, I think in a way it will also promote growing the forest and planting more trees, and while at the same time combating against the illegal logging.
Okay, so can you give us some concrete examples of the exchanges between the countries, maybe a few examples?
Some of the important issues is that different economies will have different ideas of how to deal with illegal logging, how to have the legislation, how to have rules and regulation, because various areas will have different ideas and different culture. And we have to somehow come together and make sure that everyone are of the same frequency. We are talking in the same frequency here, and because sometimes certain economy will have one thing would be legal, certain economy would deem it to be not legal. So we'll have to come together and talk about what should be the baseline, what should be the common practice amongst all members of the APEC. Now, the legal issues is one of the very important issues in the logging and the illegal logging trades.
Mm-hmm. And so we'd like to know more details, of course, but we're going to keep that for part 2 of our interview.
Of
so
course.
thank you for now. ขอบคุณ
Thank you.
ค่ะ